Hey guys, we're going to do messages from your person. So we have pile number 1, pile number 2, pile number 3. Just meditate on it for a minute, figure out which pile you're most drawn to, and I'll see you there. Hey, pile number 1, this is going to be your reading. So let's pick up on how they're currently feeling at the time of you viewing this video. How are they currently feeling, say, about you? How are they currently feeling about you? They miss you. They miss you a lot. It's bothering them, it's stressing them out. I feel like they're going back and forth with their feelings because there's some sort of distance between you guys. I do feel like this is possibly a long distance where they would have to travel to you, or they're just feeling like there's some sort of emotional distance between you guys. This wouldn't be a contact situation. I don't feel like you guys are talking to each other. If you are, then you feel like he's blocking himself from you. Or their, I guess I shouldn't say gender, so the other person is blocking themselves from you. They feel like right now it's just a dream, but they feel so like sweet towards you. And then there's this point where they're like sad, they get sad. They feel like, I don't know, they feel sorry about something that happened. Maybe that they couldn't make a decision fast enough, and they feel like maybe you have either moved on or you're thinking about moving on. They feel like maybe they reacted or acted in a way that came off as if they weren't interested in you. They feel like you know better though, like you knew that they were actually interested. But they were kind of like sharp with their words or how they acted, and they were just offensive. In reality, they really care about you. It's just they have trouble talking about their feelings. I feel like they feel not good enough. They just feel inadequate compared to you. And I feel like there's something special about you. We have the Hanged Man. I actually had it reversed on accident, so... but they are seeing the way that they were towards you. They do recognize that, and they've been thinking about a lot, and they feel like they've been in this position of not opening themselves up to you for so long, but they don't want to do that anymore. I feel like once the weather starts changing, so if you're watching this when I post it, this is like it's almost springtime. I think once it starts getting to actual springtime or summertime, then that's when they're gonna reach out to you. If you're watching this at a different time of the year, like let's say you're watching it in a summertime, since this is a timeless video, then I would feel like it's within like weeks or months away from speaking to you. If they aren't in contact with you. If they are in contact, then there's this opening up of emotions towards you that they haven't done before. This is something they have not done before. You might have like talked around the subject of feelings, like their direct feelings for you. This is not something they would just come outright and say to you. They would probably be more of a person that's like, well, how do you feel about certain things? They're not outright and upfront with you. I'm being drawn to the bending of the sword, and I'm wondering what specifically that means. Yeah, see, and I was even thinking about the number 2 here, but I feel like with the Lovers, to me, that always reminds me of the number 2, because there's a union of 2 people. I feel like they feel like they messed it up. I feel like they're like, I said something wrong, or I'm gonna say something wrong, and it's really bothering them, but they do feel like, you know, now's the time that I need to step up and say something to this pile number 1. I need to say something to them. I need to change how I've been, and what's really driving them is their passion towards you, these fantasies that they have about you, this idea that, like, I think it really excites them to take their walls down with you. That's something that really motivates them, is in telling you the truth. Like, they want to come to you and tell you the truth of how they're really feeling, because they like that idea of opening up to you. I think there's something that they realize is so special about you. They see you as someone that they would eventually marry, if that's something that you would be interested in, or at least like settling down in a more serious traditional role, because I have the Hierophant here and that's kind of what I'm seeing. And I see them also begging for your forgiveness and understanding. Like, please be patient with me. Please understand that I do come from a place of pain. I come from a place of pain because either past relationships or just like how people have treated me in the past, or even my childhood, just the way that I grew up, just the dynamics of how I've been spoken to and speak to with other people. It's hard for me to open up, and I just feel so safe and secure and magical around you that I feel like I could open up to you. I feel like you're someone that I would feel safe around, and that excites me and that motivates me, to know that you're somebody that is nurturing, is caring, is someone that's going to be able to understand me on a deep level. And you've been patient with me enough, you know. You've watched me essentially put my walls up and act in a way that, you know, you could have moved on by now and forgotten completely about me. But there is a part of you that I know that you still dream about me. There's a part of me that knows you still think about me and wish for me. And I really appreciate you being patient with me and realizing that this is just false. Like, it's not how I really am. It's not who I want to be. I want to be this person that's open and vulnerable with you. I want to be able to come in like a knight in shining armor and surprise you, you know? I want you to like hold on to what I've said that was good, or hold on to the good memories, the good thoughts, those ideas. Like, don't lose hope in me, please, because it's not fake what I feel for you. And you know that the feelings that I have are real. You know that they're authentic. You know that even with the Empress, like, this is the Seven of Cups has been wanting to come out. Like, it's like, I feel like you're so high above me. Like that song, that High Above Me, isn't that like Cleopatra? Like, male or female, it does not matter. They think so highly of you, and they feel like it's just a fantasy. It's just a fantasy. And how am I ever supposed to live up to someone as wonderful and perfect as you? But I don't care. Like, I will try. I'm gonna do my best. And I do feel like you're waiting for me. I do feel like there's a part of you that wants to hold on and hang on and hope that something would change between us. And I think that you recognize that I am changing. I am finding ways to better myself and come forward to you and show you that I do want this with us. I do want to be with you forever. I do see a future with us. You know, it's not make-believe. It's not in your head. We are communicating with each other when we think about each other. You just know me in a way that no one else has known me. Like, my passion lies with you. I see myself growing old with you. I think obsessively about you at night. I think about you throughout the day. I just fantasize so much about you and about having a family with you, about being, like, running into you. I feel like we're fated. I feel like, you know, I feel like you're actually the one that's bringing me into alignment with you. I feel like you are inspiring me to come towards you. You're inspiring me to come forward. I feel like I wouldn't have this bravery if it wasn't for you. And I think that you're so sweet. You're just so sweet, so kind. I just appreciate your patience with me, and I want you to be happy where you are right now. I want you to be happy in your life. I want you to move forward and not wait for me. But at the same time, I hope that you will. At the same time, I hope I'm not going to be too late for you, and I don't feel like I will. Because I'm going to come soon. I'm going to be there soon. I'm going to say something. I'm going to open up to you soon. I have to. I feel like it's meant to be. I feel like my dreams for you are opening up into reality. All the dreams, all the fantasies, you know, it's gonna come true. I have this instinctual pull towards you. It's my guardian angels, you know. I may not be fully aware that my guardian angels are pulling us together, you know. The angelic realm is conspiring to help us come back together again with the summertime, when things are changing, when things are evolving. When the smoke clears, when these challenges I realize are just blessings, when I realize that things are going to be opening up for us, I'm just going to not be able to contain myself anymore when I talk to you. And I want our relationship to be effortless. There's a lot of power in holding back, you know, and coming at you in a calmer way. In a soothing way. I don't want to come at you all at once with all my emotions, but I want you to recognize that it's very difficult for me to hold myself back from you. It's very difficult, and I'm going to try my best. We're going to try my best to hold myself back and at least like play it cool for a little bit. You feel something is lacking in your life, perhaps love, money, or goals. Fear, heartache over what you no longer have. We have firecracker, excitement. We have ink pot, problems to be resolved. And we have heart, love, deep affection, caring. So to close out this reading, I think this is just verifying everything that we've said, where there's a point in your relationship with this person where it felt like the love was lacking. It felt like you were both separately in pain over this separation, over something that could have been said or done, or things that just weren't ever said, and it hurt because it feels like there's something there, but it never evolved, it never moved past. And there's a time now where they're getting this burst of inspiration from the spiritual realm that is guiding them, that is helping them. And honestly, it's because you're so patient with them. It's because you're so kind, because you're not pushing them. You're allowing them to work through their own pain, that now that that's being resolved in their life, now that they're sorting through all of that pain, they're realizing there is that space that they can have for you, because before they didn't have that space in their heart. And through that, that's motivating them to clean up the mess that was left here, to come back to you and talk to you, to express their love to you, and to hope and pray that there's something still there on your end that will allow them to move forward with you, and that they can show you that, you know, they feel like they might not ever be able to live up to you and how wonderful you are, but they're gonna try, and they do see a real solid future with you. They fantasize about your future together. They fantasize about giving you things. They seem like a giver. They want to give you presents and watch you enjoy the presents. There's someone who wants to observe you being happy, and they really want to put an end to this separation very soon. So that's my reading, and I'll see you guys in a minute. Hey, pile number 2. So this is going to be your reading about your person. What's going on with them? What are they thinking and feeling? What are their messages for you? I'm just kind of going with it and seeing what comes through, honestly. So let's currently see how they're currently feeling about you, okay? So let's see how they're currently feeling about you. Okay, so they're really thinking about how they can't measure up to you right now. There's something about them. They feel out of control. They feel like they have so much passion and desire for you, but they feel like they're just not enough for you. And so they're thinking about what they can do to rise up to the challenge of meeting you where they feel that you are. They're probably talking to other people about you. It could be their friends, their family. They could be writing about it. There's just some way that they're trying to, you know, get their feelings out so that they can kind of brainstorm on what it is that they need to say to you. Basically, I'm feeling like a friendship level here. This person really feels like their best bet is to start as being casual, in a friendly way, not they don't want to make it seem like they're not taking you seriously, but they want to just start as friends. They want to start something fresh with you, you know, and nothing too serious, because their feelings for you are so strong. It's so impactful. Like, your impact on their life is so big that they don't feel secure or ready enough to meet you at that point. They want to get, I think they're the kind of person that really enjoys the talking stage, the dating stage, the butterflies, the fun, the playfulness of it. They don't want to get too serious too soon. See, again, with the 6 of Cups, you know, there's something about what happened between you guys. Something happened, or it's just this idea where they feel, again, that you're just beyond comparison to anybody they've been with, anybody they've ever been interested in. There's this fear that maybe they won't measure up to you. They'll let you down in some way or another. And so they feel very sweet towards you and very fond of you. And again, with this talking stage, they want to just extend that as much as possible. So if you guys are currently talking, there is this desire in them to just continue doing that. If you guys aren't in contact with each other, because I do feel like there are some of you guys that started out as friends, or like very, very casual, like within the friend group, or just knew of each other, were around each other, and you knew that each other were catching each other's eye. There was interest there, you felt it, but you never really talked about it or talked about it at all. If anything, it would be like you guys knowing each other on social media and then nothing coming of it. There could have even been like a passionate start that fizzled out very quickly. There's all options that could have happened that I'm seeing in here. But I do see them wanting to get out of it. You know, it's like, I know that pile number 2 is not completely comfortable with extending this talking stage as long as, you know, I normally would with other people. I do want something serious with them. So I know that I have to level up. Like, I know that I have to be a little more mature with how I approach them. And I do feel like you're an understanding pile. You're people who, you know, you will go with the flow with them. You will take it at their pace. Like, you do do care about them and respect them enough that it's like, okay, well, if that's what you're comfortable with, like, I'm just happy to be around you. I'm just happy that, like, you're making progress. And so they appreciate that and they respect that about you. And I think that's what's helping them open up more. It's similar to pile number 1, but I see this more of someone who again is just this younger feeling to this person. So if you were drawn to both piles, and this could just also be explaining a little bit more in depth of how they are, because I do see some distinct differences between the two. So if you weren't drawn, by all means don't look there if you instinctually were not pulled there. Again, with the distance though, and this desire, there's this desire to know more about themselves too. It's like, I need to learn more about who I am and expand on who I am and mature, because I think they even feel this tension with themselves where it's like, I know that there's something that I have to learn about myself so that I can be a better lover and a better person for pile number 2. So, you know, it's going to take me a while to get there, and I do need this time by myself. You know, where this is just like I don't want outside help is what I'm getting. Is like, they don't want outside help from you. Like, they don't want you to help them get to where they need to be in order to be better for you. Like, they just want to be able to do that on their own. Because I feel like it makes them feel weak. It makes them feel less of a person. Like, I don't want to go to the person that I really like to show me how to be. You know, I just want to be that person. If anything, I would rather, this is them talking, so it's like, if anything, I would rather just, like, ask my friends, you know, people who are close to me, like, what should I do? Instead of just talking to pile number 2. It's like, well, just talk to him. No, I don't want to talk to him. I want to figure it out and then do it. Yeah. It's this back and forth with them. It's a competition with themselves. It's a battle within themselves of, like, it's like this resistance of changing, this resistance, because I feel like it's not necessarily an insecurity. I don't really see it too much of an insecurity. It's just they enjoy how they are. I think it's just they just enjoy the fun. Enjoy the fun of maybe even singlehood or like dating around, and they don't feel like they have enough to offer. They don't feel like they have the capacity to be that person that they think that you deserve. But they do know that in time they can get there. But in this current moment, no, they don't feel like they're at that part, that they can't be that for you. I feel like they would say, like, you know, if you need to move forward, if you need to move on, like, I understand. Again, similar to pile number 1. But see, new moon, promise fairies is exactly what I was going to say. But same thing where it's like, I would really prefer if you don't. But I think at the same time, like with this pile, it's like, I just don't want you to fall in love with anybody else. Like, go date with other people. Go talk to other people. Like, enjoy yourself. Have fun. But please always come back to me in your heart. Always reserve that place in your heart for me, because I know in due time that there is potential for us to be together. There is that potential for me to be able to be that person. It's just right now I need to enjoy myself. I need to be able to be free. I need to be able to explore and discover myself, because if I don't, then I'm not going to be completely settled and secure in my decision when I am with you. You know, it's like I need to know for me that this is exactly what I want, and I don't have these like desires everywhere else or like anything. And I don't feel like they know that they love you. They know that they care about you. They know that you're special. They know that there's something really important in this relationship with you, in this thing that they have with you, this feeling they have with you. So everything else is just for them to grow as a person so that they can be that person for you, so they can be that emperor for you, and they can match you where they feel that you are. You know, maybe they feel like you have more experience, more life experience than they do. Maybe they feel like you have more money than they do. They just feel like they're not where they need to be. Yeah. So what I'm seeing is, I think this is just, again, it's just repetition of what I've been saying, where the passion is lit for you. They will always carry this torch for you. You know, we see this with the hermit, you know, and even with the fairies, I feel this fairy is within that lantern. They carry this for you, this magic for you, this belief that there's something special and unique and important to this relationship that they have with you, that they're not going to find anywhere else. They're not going to feel this way about anyone else ever, but they need to take this time to discover who they are. They need this time to grow into the person that they believe is worthy of you and who is worthy of a love that they want. And, you know, it's like that saying where it's like, if you love something, like, let it go, you know, and if it comes back, it's yours. Well, that's essentially like how they feel, where let's look at this tree, you know, and I know this is a reflection, but I see this as the roots, and you are the roots of this love. You and them have created this beautiful love, this sanctuary, this place of solitude and safety and understanding and depth that can only support this beautiful tree. It cannot, it supports the growth, the expansion, and the beauty of this wise tree. And, you know, even with the roots, it supplies so much nutrients and so much energy throughout the rest of this, you know, picture. Everything in there, the grass and everything, it supplies so much, and it works in perfect harmony with everything around it, you know. And they feel that there was this promise, you know, even with the new moon, they feel this promise, this dawn bursting out, the, you know, you see it in this picture, the sun coming out. They see that there's this promise, this beginning, this passion that's forever lit for you, and they know that they are going to return to you. They know that they want to be with you, but they have to take this time to grow. They have to take this time to become a tree that feels unrecognizable from the roots, you know. I hope that makes sense. So they will always come back to you, and they know that. But at this time, I do feel that they need to find their way, and they need to stabilize themselves and ground themselves, and in all ways, financially, emotionally, mentally, and then they will come back to you. And there's no doubt in my mind, this is them speaking, there's no doubt in my mind that what we have and what we had is special. And what we built is very special to me. And again, with grounding and ground and stand your ground, and I don't feel like this is something that they would change their mind about, is what they're saying, is like, I'm not going to change my mind about how I feel about you and what I want to do with my life. Like, there's nothing that's going to change my mind right now, and it makes me really sad. It hurts me. It makes me feel, you know, bad, because I feel at conflict with myself. I feel at conflict because in the depths of my soul, I don't want to do this. You know, in the depths of my soul, I want to be with you. But in my current life, in how I feel right now, I know this is what I need to do for me. This is the best thing for me to do. So, yeah, that's currently what I'm seeing right now with your reading. I do feel like there's some crying involved on both ends, some heartache, but I do feel like, again, with the karma, you know, this is a karmic cycle that they have to go through in order for them to become better people. And this isn't something that needs to happen between you guys, because, you know, a real loving connection doesn't have a lot of pain and heartache. You know, for some people, for some relationships, yes, but in this particular one, I don't feel like you are meant to have a lot of heartache together. You're not allowed, or you're not supposed to go through too much pain with them. It just has to go through some separation so that they can learn what they need to learn. And again, the honor and respect is going to be coming to you. It will be, you know, returned to you, and the guaranteed success. So there's nothing here that you need to be concerned about or overly worried about, or, you know, understandably upset. But, you know, this is something that you understand and they understand on a deep level. I think you really understand this, and you're saying, you know, that these changes do need to happen, again, with the new moon and the moon. Intuitively, in your heart, you know that this is something that you guys need to do. There are some changes that need to happen in order to be better. And again, this is just don't ignore the flags, the red flags. Don't be tempted to lower your standards. So don't settle for, you know, breadcrumbs or half best, because that's how they feel is what would happen right now, is that with all this anxiety and depression and sadness that they're going through, and maybe even other people in their life, negative people, I feel like maybe there could be female energy around them, 2 females, maybe an older and younger one. I'm not quite 100% sure, since this is a general reading, but that is coming through for some of you. That it's just going to be, it's going to end in heartache, and they don't want that. It's just going to make everything more frustrating and complicated. So they don't want you to feel like you have to lower your standards for them. They want, again, to be able to meet you where you deserve. So they hold that close to them. They hold you very close to their heart. You're very sacred and special to them. They want you to know that, and they're not going to be someone who goes back on their word and their promises. This is something that has to be done in this lifetime, and they hope, you know, they know that you're going to understand this. They know it, because this is meant to be. This situation, this break is meant to be so that they can rediscover who they, well, yes, they're going to rediscover who they're meant to be in this lifetime. So that's my reading. Again, don't forget, this is guaranteed success, and honor and respect will come to you. These changes are a blessing for you. So just don't be tempted to change what you feel in your heart is what you need to do. Okay. So I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye. Group number 3, this is going to be your reading about your person. What messages do they have for you? What's going on with them? Let's see. They look like I just saw a card that was, yeah, right here. The 6 of Cups. Okay, so they are thinking about you right now is what I feel. Like they are currently thinking about you. They feel so fondly towards you. I see. So either you guys are already parents, like you have children, whether it's with them or not, or they just imagine having children with you. Could even be pets, if you are interested in that. But I do see them wanting to build a family with you, a life with you. A legacy is what I'm seeing. I feel like they've seen the light is what I'm hearing. They've seen the light. I think for a while they felt like they knew it all along. Like they knew when they met you that you were someone special to them, but they wanted to keep those feelings to the side, you know, and they maybe could confuse it for just being so passionate towards you, you know, like a sexual thing, or because they just find you so attractive. So they're trying to keep their emotions at bay, but they knew they were just suppressing their emotions. It's not like it was a secret to them. The 9 of Cups coming out. You're everything they've ever wanted, they've ever wished for, they've fantasized about. And look, and it's something that they want again, something serious with you. With the King of Pentacles, this is someone that's actually like putting their money where their mouth is. Like they want to have something stable and real with you. They don't want it to just be a fantasy. They don't want it to just be a sexual endeavor or anything. They want something that's going to be substantial and long lasting. Princess of Wands coming out. Then we have the Temperance. So what I'm seeing here is this is just an explanation of the progression of things, where they feel like at first, I feel like it's this fondness of being young again. Whether they feel young around you or they have a history with you. Like you guys have known each other for a while and they just see how much you've grown as a person and how worthy you are of having someone that's stable and real. And they want to be that for you. They want to be able to come forward to you and be with you as someone that's your equal. They actually want to take care of you is what I'm saying. So it's not just being your equal, but they want to be able to be the main provider. They want to make sure that there's nothing that you worry about financially, emotionally. They just don't want you to worry, and they want to make sure that your dreams are fulfilled with them in every way possible. We have the World, so they feel like this is a fated connection. Again, like they saw the light. They've seen it from the very beginning. They thought that you were special from the beginning, but it was just a suppression of their feelings for a long time. And I think for a while they came across, and they might currently still be in this position where they're coming across as they're cold, as they're, again, emotionally distant, because they're not ready to express themselves yet. So they might distance themselves because they're maybe self-aware enough to know that they would either come towards you with conflicting emotions, like they'll say one thing and act another, or if they have other things that they need to take care of in their life, so they're not fully ready to step into this with you. Whatever it is the reason they're distancing themselves from you is because they're protecting you from them in their current state, because they want to be able to be fully ready for you, or at least ready enough to step into this so that you don't have any questions about them, you don't have any doubts about them, and you don't have a reason to say no to them. You know, like they want you to see them as perfect. Then we have the Wheel, my goodness, and then we have the Four of Swords. This is beautiful. And we have the Empress at the bottom. Okay, so I could end this here after I finish describing this, but I'm going to pull a couple more for you guys. But it's just, this is so beautiful. Their intentions towards you, their message to you, everything is just, you are so beautiful. You're everything that I ever imagined. You're everything I ever wished for. And I'm doing everything I can in my life right now to prepare for you. Yeah, maybe I'm like having fun on the side. Maybe I'm not going as fast as I can because there is a desire in me to even move faster, but I feel like there's a lack of concentration on my end on how to move forward. You know, like I'm a little confused at the steps to get to where I need to be for you. A little distracted, I guess. Maybe not so much confused, but distracted. But I am getting there. And there's a part of me that, like, I guess there was a part that I was afraid to give my freedom, and it was just silly worries. Like, I knew it was silly then, but now, like, I'm just able to value you more than I had before. I think it's the fact that I'm being called to listen to my emotions more, and I do care about you. I do love you. There's this desire in me to tame myself. I want to make sure that I'm taming the lion within myself. You are the one who can really control me in a way that nobody else could. And I love that. I love it. I know that we're destined partners. I know that we're meant to be. I know there's something special between us, and I want to continue this. I feel like this story is not over. It's not complete. We even have the snake here. I'm shedding my old skin. I'm letting go of this desire to always be right with my feelings, to always just keep moving as if nothing in the world can hold me down. No one can hold me down. I can't be tamed. I don't want to do that anymore. I want to bask in the light of being with you. I want to know what it feels like to be with you. I want to know what it feels like to work hard for you when I'm with you, and I'm working on getting there. I am sowing the seeds to have a future with you. There's so much power in our relationship. There's so much passion, and I'm ready. I'm ready to start something fresh with you. I'm ready to be a new person for you. I want to show up for you as someone you've never expected to be, someone that you just can't say no to, someone that's so generous and kind. And I see you as generous and kind. I see you as the Empress. I see you as someone who is everything to me, is every perfect, just the most perfect person I could ever have in my life. You're kind, you're generous, you're beautiful, and I'm so attracted to you, so attracted to you. And again, you know, I wanted to tell myself that there was nothing more to why I was so attracted to you. It was just a sexual thing because of how gorgeous or handsome you are. But I know that's not it. It's deeper than that. I'm enthralled by everything about you. You're just, you're my muse for everything that I do and every sexual fantasy that I have. I'm taking a vacation mentally whenever I think about you. It just brings me so much peace and harmony. It makes me feel like I'm working towards something substantial and important, the most important thing in my life. I just think about what we could do and what we could accomplish together. I feel like you're my best friend. I feel like we have the potential to be best friends, and I have so much fun with you, and you make me laugh so much. And once I get my finances in order in the way that I feel like they should be, which they actually are, this is a prediction, by the way, guys. This is a prediction that things are working in this person's favor. Something that they've been doing for so long, whether it's with their job or what they've planned, all of what, it's paying off for them. It is paying off, and they are seeing it pay off. And it's probably because they've been putting money to the side. They've been putting money to the side for you, for a future with you. That's really what they've been planning for a long time. And they're working a lot harder than they ever have before. So that's my reading for you guys. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.